Hey everybody, thanks for joining me here again. We're going to be talking about proportions and percents. So let's get into that. So how do you use proportions to solve percent problems? Before we really start talking about this, it's important to realize that percents themselves really are just ratios. Whenever you're looking at a percentage, you're looking at how many pieces out of 100 you have. So, if like 75% of the people in your neighborhood have cats, then that means that 75 out of 100 people have cats. So we can set up this proportion to work with percent problems. So the first ratio will be the part you have, the smaller part you have, over the whole thing. So the example I just came up with, 75 would be the part, and 100 would be the whole. Although that's not a really great example because it's already out of 100. So let's think of something else. All right, let's say you're having a pizza with your family, and there's 16 slices that make up that pizza, and you have 3 slices. So the whole is 16. The part of that pizza that you had was 3. So that ratio would be 3 over 16. And then you could use this proportion to figure out what percent of the pizza did you just eat. And you would just do that by cross multiplying and dividing. Some important things to remember, because we're going to be looking at a few sort of like word problems. The word is in your problem will always be associated with the part, and the word of will always be associated with the whole. And in order to solve your proportion, like I said, we cross multiply and we divide. So here we have an example. What is 30% of 15? So like I said, is associated with the part. So since this problem is saying what is 30% of 15, the part is what we are trying to find. All right, so what is? So we'll put x on the top of our, is the numerator of our ratio of 15. All right, the word of is always associated with the whole. So that means that 15 is the whole thing. So we're looking to find out what part of 15 makes up 30%. So the other ratio is just going to be 30 out of 100. All right, and just like we've been doing all along, we are going to cross multiply and divide. So 15 times 30 is 450. And then we're going to divide that by 100. And we will get 4.5. All right. It's really that simple, as long as you remember, or as long as you can recognize what it is you're looking for. Are you looking for the part? Are you looking for the whole? Are you looking for the percent? You could be looking for any of those 3 things. The only, surefire part of this proportion here is the 100. That's never going to change. You could be looking for any of the other pieces. All right, so we're going to clear ink. We're going to move on. Here's a few problems that we are going to practice together. So 14 is what percent of 28? So 14 is of 28, and we are looking for our percent. So we would set the ratio up as 14 over 28 equals x over 100. You are going to cross multiply 14 times 100 to get 1,400. And then you're going to divide by 28, and you will get 50. So it is 50%. Okay, down here, what is 20% of 200? What is of 200? So we're looking for our part of 200, the smaller part of 200 that we're working with. All right. So x over 200 equals 20 over 100. Cross multiply 20 times 200 is going to give you 4,000. And then you are going to divide by 100. And you're going to get 40. 40 is 20% of 200. What percent of 75 is 35? So 35 is our part. 75 is our whole. And we're looking for our percent. So we write x over 100. We are going to cross multiply 35 times 100 will give us 3,500. And then we're going to divide by 75. And I don't know that off the top of my head, so let's do it. So we get just about 46 2/3%. All right, about 46 2/3%. Okay, continuing on. So 12 is 45% of what number? So here we're looking for the whole. So we've got 12 over x equals 45 over 100. Cross multiply 12 times 100 equals 1,200 divided by 45 will give us 26 2/3. Okay. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you learned something from it.